Hello and welcome back to another episode of Generation Films. My name is American Ben. What the hell am I gonna do, my friends? The Mandalorian, The Expanse, I'm launching an anime channel soon. I can't handle it all. I'm really glad I lost my mind before all of these shows came out because being crazy really helps me function right now. Anyway, The Expanse is back with its long-awaited 5th season. It's crazy. Between the release of Season 4 and the premiere of Season 5, the world went from the onset of a global pandemic to administering the first post-trial dose of the vaccine to fight the disease just days ago, just before Season 5 debuted. Ridiculous. We finally get some hope when it comes to COVID, and then BAM! We get hit with the proto-molecule just before the close of 2020. But there's no reason to be blue. Well, unless you're infected with the proto-molecule, that is. But there's no other reason to be blue, because now we've got new Expanse episodes to enjoy, a small consolation amidst a year from hell. But despite the chaos of 2020, it's time to rebound, spruce up, and go into 2021 strong. You'll notice I'm looking extra spiffy today. After all, Christian of Vasarala could watch this video, and I aim to impress.
You look like shit.
I put effort into this. That hurts. Bobby, defend me.
Some things can't be fixed, and sometimes you're a f***ing moron to try.
Both of you? And what's up with Amos and Christian getting all flirty and everything?
I'm a member of parliament, not your favorite stripper.
You can be both.
Well, I guess at least no man will ever take Kamina Drummer from me. Anyway, today I'm going to do a quick reaction to the season premiere episodes to start off our Winter Expanse content. I just want to share some initial observations and thoughts from what we've seen so far. Oh, and spoiler alert, people, for the first 3 episodes of Season 5 of The Expanse, I'll try to stay away from plot details, but I can't make any promises. The first real aspect of the show I want to discuss is its patience, I suppose is the best way to put it. It's really no surprise to me that they didn't just release the first episode on December 16th, but the first 3. This is called knowing your show. As we all know, The Expanse can take some time to get going. As a matter of fact, the first season took the whole season to get going, before really taking off and turning into something special. And the first episode of Season 5 was slow for sure. Though not necessarily in a bad way. It's just that these writers know how to pace the plot and take their time drawing it out. And I much prefer this than to just rushing to the most climactic moments. And they've really gone all in on the multiple narrative thing to start the season, all part of the slow draw as well. It almost seems like each of the characters has a separate arc they're developing. I mean, they run into each other at times, but there's a lot of solo work going on. And I'm here for it. Especially because I can feel the show slowly, ever so slowly, bringing the characters together via an eventual collusion of the multiple narratives taking place simultaneously. The downside, of course, is that we don't really get to see a lot of any single one of the characters. Though I imagine that by the end of the season, we will have gotten our fill of everyone. Except Amos. You can never really get enough of Amos. Another aspect of the show I noticed, and this is related to the patience of the writing, is that this season has been very dialogue heavy. And in order to really get hooked early, you have to be paying attention. Oh, sorry. And it's really kind of hard for me to do so because of my severe attention deficit issues. Still, I went back a few times to listen to conversations over again, and now I'm definitely super eager to find out what's going to happen next. It's funny, I actually usually don't prefer action over dialogue. When it comes to drama, my interest lies in the human side of the story, as in the inner workings of the characters, their struggles, and their triumphs. Shut up, Ben. But The Expanse is just known for such stunning visuals that I do kind of look forward to epic dogfights in the void, which intersperse tense action on high-tech, colorful bridges with wild ship acrobatics. We've gotten very little of this thus far, and I do hope we get plenty of space-based action by the time Season 5 concludes. It would be a mistake if they neglect to give audiences their fill of combat. However, I'm enjoying the maturity of the show this season. And I like that the writers don't feel compelled to throw in some action just to sate audiences. They're gonna make us earn it. Now, this all said, that's not to say that the show doesn't look good in Season 5. Given that the characters are spread out all over the place, we've seen an array of locales already. and I'm getting a serious cyberpunk vibe from a few of them. Of course, all of the Expanse's settings throughout every season have always had futuristic aesthetics. But I really feel like the visual style has changed, or better yet, evolved this year in a very good way. And I loved the way the more high-tech locations contrasted with Baltimore, which, while itself boasting some high-tech developments, largely looks like it hasn't progressed much from the year 2020. They really made a good decision with Baltimore by making it look so mundane, even though it looks just like a city on Earth would look today. Since all of the other locations are so futuristic, when we first see street-level Baltimore, it seems so out of place, and I think that's the point. This city has been neglected and left behind. It's also great to at least get a small look into Amos's background. This arc will be especially enjoyable for anyone who has read The Churn, the novella which details Amos's backstory. As a matter of fact, you'll have to read The Churn if you want to get most of the references in Amos's Baltimore scenes, including Eric's significance and the ship taking off at the end of episode 2. Quick side note, as of the publishing of this video, we either have already published or are in the process of publishing a video on all things Baltimore and The Churn, so keep your eye out for that if you want a deeper explanation of episode 2. Anyway, I also like that Monica is more involved in the plot so far this season. She was very interesting and a whole lot of fun in her screen time in previous seasons. And I'm really excited to see how her character progresses. As for new characters, my favorites so far are Charles, the late Lydia Allen's husband, and I think his name is Sin, Naomi's old friend who she runs into on Palace Station. Charles is played by Frankie Faison, an awesome actor who you may know from The Wire, but I definitely know from Coming to America. Of course, all of the returning characters have been great. Bobby kicks butt, Holden is adorable, Avasarala is the quick and witty deep state mamacita, Naomi does whatever the hell she wants, Amos still does the whole I'm trying to behave like a normal human being thing perfectly, and so on.
T sounds great.
But honestly, the character that I think has taken the most impressive dramatic turn is Kamina Drummer. She's had some pretty heavy scenes already, and Kara Gee has really been up to the task. Real, emotional, experiencing palpable turmoil, and yet just restrained enough to be true to character. I've really enjoyed her acting so far. My 10th and final thought concerns complaints and criticisms. Honestly, I really don't have any as of yet, though it's just too early. But if you forced me to say something, I probably would bring up something related to what I was talking about earlier, there not being a lot of space action. Like I said, this isn't really what I look for in a show, but for a lot of you, I know that it is. Additionally, we haven't really seen any epic new ships as of yet, though I'm glad that the Tynan is back. The ships of the show are just so creatively done. I definitely hope we get introduced to some cool new ones. I know many of you will be interested to see what vessels from the books are put to screen this time around. And despite the lack of action in ships so far, I have a feeling that plenty of all that good stuff is on the way. Anyways, I think that pretty much covers my initial thoughts about Season 5. We'll certainly be doing a lot more content as more episodes come out. What are your thoughts? Have you enjoyed the show so far? Let me know in the comments down below. Definitely give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you can get more of this face. For now, my name is American Ben, and I'll catch you next time. Generation Films, peace.